I know I haven't been really keeping up on my gaming videos lately, and that's mainly because I've lost interest, but today we're going to be ranking all the marks in Iron Man Simulator 2. Mark 2 is the first appearing mark, in the game at least. It has a nice and realistic design while also taking up the feature of being stocky like most Roblox avatars. It also has all of the abilities of the rest of the marks, including repulsors, rockets, the ability to take flight, eject, sentry mode, mask, and removal of the suit. Also, if your suit goes too high in the air, it disables. Now for my escape.
Wait.
Mark 3 is the first of what I call the quote-unquote classic Iron Man suits with the signature maroon and gold coloring. Despite its cool appearance, its abilities fall short of some of the other marks on this list. It of course has the same abilities as Mark 2, although it can't go very far in terms of altitude. But if you turn your sound all the way down to ignore that incredibly annoying beeping noise that's telling you to reduce altitude, it's actually a very fun mark to play as. I'm pretty sure this is the same exact thing as Mark 3. Again, very similar to the last two models, although there are some key differences. The most notable being the arc reactor is a triangle instead of the more classic circular arc reactor, and there are also some silver highlights. Now things start to get interesting. Although this model has the same basic appearance as Marks 3 and 4, it can go higher in altitude and is much funner to play as. Mark 12 downgrades us from Mark 9 with a much less appealing design, and again, it can't go that far in terms of altitude. I don't have that much to say about Mark 13 because it looks incredibly like Mark 2 besides the different shaped arc reactors. Mark 14 has the same exact design as Mark 13. Mark 19 is similar to Marks 3, 4, and 9, except it has less gold and more silver highlights. Mark 20 looks a lot like Mark 12 with some slight altercations. You may have guessed I like Mark 20 more because it can go farther in altitude. Mark 21 is colored all gold, which makes it unique. Also, Mark 21 is notably the only mark that's able to travel to space. How am I breathing in space right now? Mark 23 has sort of a military-like appearance, which is cool, but it's disappointing in how far it can go in terms of altitude, which is really all I care about at this point. My favorite color combination out of all these marks probably has to be Mark 27. The blue and orange just clash perfectly. Mark 28 is very similar to Mark 27 in terms of color schemes. It is black and orange instead of blue and orange. Mark 30 was disappointing to me because it's just an obvious recoloring of Mark 6. I thought it would be cool if they added those shoulder pads like in the movie. My second favorite color scheme is Mark 31's with a teal and silver appearance, which in my opinion clashes great. Mark 33 is another recoloring of Mark 6. This time the gold is completely replaced by silver. Mark 40 is definitely my favorite mark to play as out of all the marks, and although its design isn't great, it can go incredibly fast and can go pretty far in terms of altitude. Mark 42 and Mark 43 might be some of my least favorite Iron Man marks. They both pretty much just have the classic Iron Man design, which I guess is okay, but Mark 42 is more gold than maroon, which I don't think looks good at all. And Mark 42 is incredibly slow compared to Mark 40, which is pretty disappointing. Like I mentioned before, I don't really like Mark 43 because it's pretty much just the same thing as Mark 42, although I do think it looks better in terms of design. So apparently Mark 85 is no longer for sale, and I have never gotten the chance to play as him, but I have seen people playing as him in the game. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to comment down below, and I guess I will see you guys in my next one.